Alright, we got a whole wall of games. Look at these games, aren't they neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Thrifting Throwdown, the show that is all about adding video games to my collection on the cheap.
Oh, you were so brave and frugal.
I'm hitting up flea markets, thrift shops, you name it, trying to add games to the collection for about $2 to $3 a piece as cheaply as possible. And speaking of the collection, let's take a look at where it stands today because I'm in the 1100s and it is climbing fast. And I am so happy that you have been here for every single game on this Thrifting Throwdown journey as a subscriber. What's that you say you're not a subscriber yet? Well, be sure to hit that subscribe button to join my tag team and join me for every single episode of Thrifting Throwdown. And while you're doing that, be sure to hit that like button as well. It lets me know that you enjoyed the video and lets others know that it's a video worth checking out. And while you're subscribing and liking the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know that you're a new subscriber. Let me know that you've been here for a while. Let me know what you've been seeing out on the thrifting trail. I have some cool subscribers and they leave a lot of nice comments, so be sure to have fun in the comments down below. Two more things to fill you in on really quick. You can follow me on social media at LDabsTroyero on pretty much all your preferred social media sites. I've even got a Twitch, I've got a Reddit, I've got all that stuff, so be sure to give me a follow there. And also, you're going to want to stay tuned to the end of the video because at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what the most profitable thrift of the day was. So whichever game I pick up, whichever weird random cheapo game I pick up that ends up being the most valuable find, you're going to find out at the end of the video. So don't miss that. I've got a fun one planned for today. I've got a thrift shop, I've got a record store, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff in mind. I've even got the first garage sale of 2022 planned for today. So you're not going to want to miss that. But that's enough of an introduction for today. Let's hit the road and see what we can find. Oh yeah. So have you had many people so far?
I opened at 8, and at quarter of 8, they came in and wiped us out.
Oh, really?
So much stuff.
What'd they buy?
The Star Wars, some sports things. We had a case of football helmets, all the leagues.
These work. Sure, we were just playing them. I haven't checked the battery on this thing. This one has the instruction book.
Football 2 from Mattel Electronics.
I said, who's in there?
Hey, Mattel, I know who's in there. You wish, Franco. Look at Football 2's quarterback. Ever seen a better scrambler? A better passer? That's a Bradshaw in there.
And this one
Got some glue on it and stuff, yeah.
And then there's just like rust on the contacts here.
What are you asking for them?
I wish my wife was here. She did a bit of more research.
Ah.
I know this one is actually pretty pricey, like about $100 or so. These I'm not so sure with.
Yeah, was it?
Which one is it?
Valley,
It's a yard sale app. I honestly forget what it's called.
Okay.
Oh, these
Yeah,
old
I put
cracked are
one on
cool.
Emmaus. We had a 2XL.
Holy crap, it is cold out here. So obviously, as you saw, they had a few handheld games, but they had been looking up the prices on them, so I wasn't going to get them at thrift price. Plus, handheld games are sort of like not my main focus. If they were the right price, I definitely would have grabbed them, but I think I'm going to leave these ones behind. Still, though, pretty cool to be able to go out to a garage sale here in winter, even though it's like freaking 20 degrees out and it's so freaking cold. But there's still more thrifting to do today, so let's get back on the road and find some more games. Holy crap, this is a mess. Alright, well, I'm gonna look through this stuff real quick. Alright, so here's what I found. We got, obviously, Railroad Tycoon, a bunch of PC shovelware mixed in here. Did find one PS1 game. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Lots of slot machine stuff, like this. There's a whole pile of it over here somewhere. There you go. And then one 360 game.
What's an empty old suit of armor doing in the driver's seat of this pickup? Maybe he went out for the night. Get it?
Thank you. Oh, they're all three. Yeah, I'll probably skip this for free. I'm just gonna get these two then. All right, just wrapped up that quick little stop at my favorite Goodwill. They had the usual selection of overpriced stuff in the case, but I did manage to score two mixed in with the DVDs and the CDs. Obviously, this is the big score in my opinion because it's a PS1 game, and that's like my favorite thing to pick up pretty much, but did also get that Xbox 360 game, so not too bad. Spent about $6 on this, so yeah, pretty pleased overall. A bag full of Marios and stuff. That's cool. Oh, $3. Okay, I guess this used to be a Chinese food place. Got this cool silver dragon. $5. What does it say here? What year is that? PC game tucked in with the DVDs. Alright, let's see what they got today. Titanic.
I was one of the lucky few afforded the opportunity to travel on the RMS Titanic. I knew without a doubt this would be a journey I wouldn't soon forget.
Oh yeah, $4. That's a DVD. That's a DVD.
All right, Kelly, a 4, 4, and another 4.
All right, just left that thrift store. I did manage to pick up 3 games for about $12. Not too bad, a little bit higher than what I'd like to spend, but I was really hyped to see that Turtles game, and that Titanic game caught my eye as well. And then you saw that little toy that my friend grabbed as well for 50 cents. So a few good things, but there's more to be found today, I think. So given that it's still nice out and there's lots of people making noise behind me, let's go see if we can find some more games. Let's go. games. Alright, I gotta look through these closer and see if I can find anything cheap. So they got a case full of PS3 games here. I'm looking through, seeing if I see anything cheap. Nothing's jumping out at me though. Just a lot of titles to look through. Anything catching your eye? And they've got the retro games here. $4.99, $1.99, $1.99. Does it have the manual? Does not. Got a Sega Saturn game for $2. I actually don't own any Sega Saturn games. Oh, the case is cracked. Don't own any Dreamcast either. $10 for Frogger.
Set. Incomplete. Forget it.
Well, that one has something. Sunday Night Football. Mostly sports titles. Olympic Gold. They actually have a few Sega Master System too, and then some NES. These are cool. You can see the accessories too. So this is what I grabbed after going through that first pile over there. Gonna keep looking though, because as you can see, there's a bunch of retro loose stuff. All right, just leaving Young Ones Records, and just like last time, I scored a massive pile of games. I've got this big bag of games across a few different systems. Picked up some really cheap sports titles and some interesting titles that I saw that were cheap, so I feel like I got a pretty good selection, but there's still more thrifting to do. So let's hit the road and see what we can find. Let's go. They got a whole bunch of old Power Rangers. Tor the Shuttle Zord.
Tor the Shuttle Zord, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Ay, 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 ay.
Got some retro stuff in the case. Just so how and I.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man. Jeez, man. Definitely not going to find a thrift price here.
What's next? I don't know, but I felt good. That was good.
Oh, they got some here too. That's cool. 14, 9, 6. There we go, $8. Oh, there we go, Japanese title. $15. $7. Yeah, so as you saw, that place had a pretty good selection of games. You know, it had a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of retro stuff that's cool to look at. But unfortunately, as you also saw, it was all priced at eBay prices. So not gonna have any luck there if you're a thrift hunter like me. But that's why you gotta remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. You're not always gonna get the biggest score, but it is cool to look at this stuff and see it out in the wild. That said, I think we've done enough thrifting for today, so let us hit the road, head home, and take a look at our haul. We've successfully made it back to the game room, and we've got some fun stuff to look at today, so let's dive straight into our pickups. First, our only Goodwill pickups of the day, we've got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, 2nd edition, Greatest Hits edition, featuring everybody's buddy, Regis Philbin.
Now somebody, anybody, everybody scream, scream! Now that girl's got some serious squirrels in her pants.
Squirrels?
Tell me what's making you jump like that. S to the I to the M to the P, squirrels in my pants, and they hurt.
Yeah, obviously, if you're a little bit younger, you may not know this, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was like a cultural phenomenon when it came out. Everyone watched that freaking show, so much so that 2 editions of it were released on PlayStation 1, and the 2nd edition made it to a Greatest Hits copy. Who would have thought? And then the other pickup, we just have a simple Xbox 360 fitness game here. The only reason I grabbed it was because it was cheap, it was $2.99, and I didn't have it in the collection. So just filling out the numbers with this one, really nothing too special. Moving along from our second thrift stop of the day, we did manage to pick up 3 games. We got Guitar Hero Legends of Rock. Obviously, the Guitar Hero games are very popular, and you'll see these around, and some of them still have some pretty good value. Especially the special editions will have a little bit of value. But yeah, did you play the Guitar Hero games or the Rock Band games? And if so, I'm curious, did you have a favorite game? Would you say Guitar Hero 3 was your favorite or not? Let me know in the comments down below. And then of course, we picked up 2 Wii games from that thrift stop. We picked up Hidden Mysteries Titanic, Secrets of the Fateful Voyage, which is like a murder mystery ghost game about the Titanic. I mean, the graphics look pretty good on this. Like, this looks really interesting, and as soon as I saw it in the store, I was like, I have to pick this up. A freaking Titanic game for $4. Even though I'd rather spend $2 to $3 for a game, like, who's gonna pass up a Titanic game when they see it? Like, you have to check this thing out. So this is gonna be getting some play for me for sure. And then, of course, I picked up this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. If you watched any of my other videos, you may know I'm a little bit of a mark for the Ninja Turtles. I grew up on them. They were my favorite toy growing up, my favorite cartoon, favorite everything. So much so that I painted my walls orange as a kid like Michelangelo. Obviously, this is the more modern show. This is the Nickelodeon show. I have less familiarity with that. Like, I couldn't even tell you who this cat guy is here. The Shredder looks super weird to me, but still could be a fun game to play because the TMNT games have historically been pretty fun. Thinking about Turtles in Time specifically. So if it's anything like that, this could be a banger. All right, now we're getting into our pickups from Young Ones Record, that store that sells records and video games apparently. Second time I've been there, and last time I had a huge score, and this time is no different. Now, a lot of these titles are a little bit quirky. Like, we've got Outlaw Golf, which is obviously, you know, more of a risque title than it is a sports title. Like, you can look at the cover art here, it's really a little bit cringy. Flipping to the back here, we can see it's mostly about, you know, half-naked women and toilet humor.
It's immature toilet humor.
Not necessarily my style game, but I don't own it. And if you remember on an episode a while ago, I picked up the 9 extra holes version of this, so I'm really just adding this to sort of complete that Outlaw Golf set. And then I picked up MotoGP 3, the Ultimate Racing Technology game. This is a fun game. I remember playing this back on Xbox. It had some really good arcade style racing. So if you've played this one before, leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought of the game. But just some sports titles, nothing super special, but super clean looking, and the price was right, which is really what it comes down to. Up next, we've got our only PlayStation 2 pickup of the day, American Idol with these freaking goofballs on it. Surprisingly, well, I shouldn't say surprisingly, unsurprisingly, this does not have much value at all. There are some American Idol games that might have a little bit more value, but this is not one of them. This one is a dud. All right, a few more PlayStation 1 pickups. We've got Fox Sports Soccer 99, NBA Shootout 98. You know, obviously, you're not going to have much to say about these sports titles. Gonna have to do a little bit of a case upgrade on that one. But added them to the collection. PlayStation 1 titles, super cheap, about $1 or $2 a piece. So really pleased with adding these, even if they're not the most exciting titles, because I got them at a good price. Trucking right along, we've got NCAA Game Breaker, one of the early NCAA games for the PlayStation. Then we've got Saltwater Sport Fishing, basically an open sea fishing game. You know, fishing games don't hold value really well, but I didn't own it. It's a PlayStation 1 title, and I'm a total mark for the PlayStation 1 games, so I had to pull the trigger when I saw the price was right. So, real pleased with this, not so pleased with this just because it's a little bit dingy looking, but, you know, who's gonna complain about that when it sits on the shelf and I'm never gonna look at it again, probably. And our last two pickups for the day, two more PlayStation 1 titles. We've got Knockout Kings from EA Sports, which is one of those early boxing titles. Huge knockouts, realistic polygons, real motion captured moves. Hey look, there's Butterbean up there. He's the large white guy in the American shorts. But we've also got this Mary-Kate and Ashley game, Magical Mystery Mall. Honestly, I'm a little bit familiar with Mary-Kate stuff just because I grew up with a little sister who liked Mary-Kate and Ashley. So I remember those DVDs, wow. Those VHS tapes back in the day getting some play in the house.
If you like mysteries and music, then you'll love seeing Mary-Kate and Ashley in their best-selling detective home video series, The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley. To get the latest scoop on the Olsens and tons of great stuff sent to you, be sure to join the twins' very own official fan club, Mary-Kate and Ashley's Fun Club.
And apparently this is like some special mall quest for them. I mean, yeah, this may be your favorite game out there. If it is, let me know in the comments. There you have it. There's our haul for today. Not as big of a haul as some of our other videos, but I still managed to pay as little as possible for these, which is really the goal of Thrifting Throwdown. Getting out there, getting these games into my collection that I've never owned or don't have, and paying as little as possible, like $2 to $3 per game if I can at all help it. To that end, I did pretty well today, added a bunch of new stuff to the collection, so let's take a look at where the collection stands and we can see how well I did today. Clearly, this collection is piling up quickly. I've been adding so many games and having so much fun on Thrifting Throwdown, and even more importantly, you've been here for every one of these pickups if you're a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, you should take the opportunity to hit the subscribe button right now because you can join my tag team, become a little Dabamaniac, and be out there on the thrifting road with me for every single pickup. 1,000 games, 2,000 games, 1,000,000 games. You're gonna be there for every single one. And while you're here, be sure to hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed the video, and more importantly, it lets other people know that it's a video worth watching. So I would really appreciate you doing that for me. I also want to mention you can leave a comment down below. I love chatting with you guys. We talk thrifting, we talk gaming, we have a real good time. So be sure to keep that going in the comments down below. Before we hit the road though, I do want to remind you, you can follow me on social media at ldabstroyero on pretty much all the different social media sites. So take your pick, spin the dice, spin the wheel, pick a social media site and hit that follow button for ldabstroyero. Also, be sure to stay tuned because coming up any moment is going to be my best thrift of the day. You're going to see what the most profitable pickup from this entire pile of games was, so don't miss that. But that about wraps things up for me. I want to thank you so much for watching because thrifting is way more fun with friends. But that's all for now, so have a good one. Oh yeah.